Alright guys, Fuller coming to you with another video. Shout outs to the whole LDBC. So in this video, man, I kind of want to talk about, some recent happenings in the top ranked stable as far as it comes to these prospects coming up. Now, the IBF has ordered Teofimo Lopez and Richard Commey, right? And basically, it's a matter of if Teofimo is going to take that fight, man. The thing is, man, like in his last fight, it was a learning lesson for him, but I think it was a learning lesson that, he didn't look at as a means to, how should I say it, as a means to grow, as a means to evolve from it. What happened is it seemed like that, because he had that fight, it seemed like because he didn't look as impressive as, people were expecting him to look, that he has said that, he has came out and said that he is not fighting any more taller fighters. I believe that Richard Commey is a taller fighter. And so with that being said, for me personally, for him to say that, that's something you shouldn't say. You shouldn't say that you're not going to fight a certain type of fighter. That shows that your fortitude is lacking. If you say something like that you don't want a certain type of style. I mean, even if you don't want a certain type of style, you shouldn't just come out and just straight out say it. You know what I mean? That's it. You shouldn't do that, because now people are going to look at you like, oh, wow, like, this guy is actually saying that, And so my thing is this, man, like, for him to say that is like, I don't know, man. I don't know if the takeover is really happening, and, perhaps I'm getting a little bit personal. Perhaps my feelings are in this a little bit too, but I was never big on like Teofimo like that. And I'm going to tell you why I was never big on him. On the boxing aspect, he's flat-footed, He's flat-footed. The second thing is, you can't just like Philly shell up from the jump in a fight. You got to give your opponent different looks. You can't just do that. And that's what he did. He tried to do that. He tried to just like basically shell up, and it failed him because he was still getting tagged. So with that being said, with this being said, like, I'm gonna say that those are some things that I really don't like, And now, granted, boxing is a hard sport. In fact, I think boxing. My bad. These dumb police, man. They don't even like, they don't give a crap about traffic or anything, man. They'll run over someone just going to go get some damn donuts, man. Shoot, that's another video in itself. The corruption of these damn police, man. LAPD is so damn corrupted, man, it ain't even funny. That nigga wasn't even chasing anybody. But anyhow, what I wanted to say is, with Teofimo, man, there's just some things about his fighting that I don't really like. Now, granted, he has power. You know, granted that sometimes he's entertaining and stuff like that, and he tries to entertain the fans. But I'll tell you one thing: if that dude tries to hit a jumping jab with me, he getting clipped off top. Before he even leaves the ground, he getting clipped. You know, that's just it right there. You know, that's just my opinion of this matter. But anyhow, man, the thing is with those are the things I don't like about him. Okay, those are two things I don't like about him. Tries to be Floyd when Floyd didn't even Philly shell up all the time. You know, Floyd didn't do that. You know, he used it when he needed to. You know, he used it when he programmed you. Like when he had you figured out, that's when he Philly shelled up. You know. So this is why I don't dig Teofimo. Another reason why I don't like Teofimo Lopez is you know, like he think he's slick, man. You know that people don't be in his lives and stuff like that. Like he think he slick and stuff like that. And what he did is he was talking fly about the Charlos, man. Talking about they're on PEDs and stuff like that. Talking about you know, things like that. And another thing I don't dig about him is his dad, man. Like his dad, like I get that you're trying to push your guy, okay? I get it. I get that you want to like push your son, you know, but clout chasing ain't the way to go about it, homie. Like that's not the way to do it, you know. You don't do it like that, man. You don't like make up spar war stories talking about that Devin Haney was crying and stuff like that, and that he wanted to quit, and then we have the opposite. We have like the real tale of the tape when we find out that your son was easy work to Devin Haney. And I understand why he was easy work to Devin Haney, because for one, he's flat-footed, you know. So that's why he was easy work. You know, I understand that a fighter has to have a bravado about himself. I understand the fighter has to have a charisma about himself. I understand that, but if you can't back it up, shut up, you know, and know your place. That's just my point. You know, and at this point, I'm sorry to say it, but from that last performance we seen, he ain't backing it up, you know. That's just what this is just my opinion on this matter. You know, that guy, he ain't backing up that last performance, you know. Now, I will say this. What was I about to say? I will say that now Shakur Stevenson, you know, although he is kind of like getting into trouble, which is expected at his age, you know, he got into trouble like fighting someone at a club or something like that. I don't remember what the scenario was, but it looked like he was inside a club. Blows were exchanged. You know, he got arrested for it and stuff like that. You know, my response to that is niggas stay focused. Keep your butt in the ring. Keep your butt in the gym. And don't focus on the dumb stuff, okay? Those are my words for him. You know, don't do stupid crap like that, right? So that's what happened, right? Now I'm not sure if he's still on trial or not or anything like that. But But what I want to say is that, you know, he's getting his WBO shot. You know what I mean? Now, granted, you know, WBO is a top rank. And WBO is like a top ranked special. You know, we already know about it. We already know how they get down, stuff like that. But here's the thing, man. It seems like Shakur Stevenson's career is moving a lot better than Teofimo's is, you know, because, I mean, real talk, you know, Vargas didn't want that work, man. And he just decided, okay, well, you know, I don't want that work, so I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave the division, you know. I'm gonna fight at another division because he didn't want that smoke with Shakur Stevenson. And you know, Shakur Stevenson has said, like, in interviews that, you know, he would want to fight Tank. But he has given credit to Tank. He has said, like, Tank is a good boxer. He has said that Tank is a hell of a boxer, you know, and that he feels that Tank's boxing ability is overlooked. And I have to say I agree. Whereas you just have Teofimo saying, just talking all this bull that I'll beat up Devin Haney, I'll beat Tank, I'll beat all these guys, you know, if they keep on talking, you know, if I fight them, they'll never be the same, this, that, and the other, whoop, 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 whoop. It's like, bro, shut up. You look like crap in your last fight, and you didn't even make adjustments. That's another thing. That's the sign of a marquee guy. He makes adjustments. You know, he makes sure that, you know, that he's not going to just fall for the okie doke more than one time. You know, so with that being said, I'm sorry, but yeah, Teofimo can just shut that up, you know, talking about I'll beat this guy, I'll beat him and stuff like that. You know, just shut up, bro. And so, you know, if I make an assessment, I'll have to say that Shakur Stevenson is moving along the best out of the bunch, you know, out of the prospects. And I'll say that, you know, Devin Haney is right there too, you know. But, you know, the fact that, and I'm going to go back to Teofimo, the fact that he said he ain't fighting another tall guy, it's all you need to know. Because not only is Richard Commey taller, he's longer than Teofimo. Now, granted, Richard Commey, I mean, does not use his that much. I mean, I would like to see him be an outside boxer, but he's a brawler. You know, that's just something he does. That's just his, you know, they have a word. That's just his modus operandi. You know, that's just what he does. You know, so with that being said, you know, we just gotta, like, come to realization that that's what he's just gonna do. You know, it's brawl. You know, he's just gonna be a brawler. But I will say that, you know, I would respect Teofimo if he did take the fight, and if he did a bounce back, you know, that this would be a bounce back fight, you know, for him. Because the only other thing that's gonna happen is that Richard Commey, if Teofimo don't take this fight, Richard Commey will be just waiting in the wings, and he'll do the Lomachenko fight, you know, which I don't know he can win. You know, physically he has the advantage. Physically he has the tools, but I don't know if the boxing IQ is there. I don't know if the adjustment, the ability to adjust is there. And I don't know if cutting the ring off is there with him, you know. But I mean, if he does make it a Salido fight, then there's a puncher's chance he can win the fight. But, you know, the problem is he may be too starstruck, you know, like I think that's what happened with a lot of people when they fight Vasyl Lomachenko. They be too starstruck. They give him too much respect. Yeah, you can't give him respect. You give him respect after you whoop his ass, you know. Don't give him respect during the thing, you know. Give him respect after you just like whoop him, you know. Yeah, so I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I don't know if Teofimo's gonna take it. I know damn sure Shakur is gonna take it, you know, because at the end of the day, a strap's a strap. You know, he got one of the Infinity Stones, you know. But I'm going to end it on this note when I say that, you know, the people I would like to see moved on a little bit better than they're being moved right now. I would like to see Richardson Hitchens get moved on better, you know. And my guy Abraham Nova, Supernova. The guy, I like to call him the sleeper cell. You know, he's the sleeper cell guy. You know, that's what I would like to see moved on a little bit better. You know, and I hope we can get him moved on a little bit better. If you check my past videos, it's like a while back. I have a interview with him a while back, but you will have to go through all my videos to get that going. You know. But there's a couple of other guys I want to see moved along a little bit better. You know, what's interesting is that, I'll say this one thing basically is that, you know, Robeisy Ramirez, you know, I don't know if he fights at 126, but, you know, he's in the mix now, you know, with Top Rank. So, you know, we may be getting that rematch with him and Shakur Stevenson because, as you remember, you know, he beat Shakur in the Olympics, man. But anyhow, man, that's all I got for now, man. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments. Let me know what you think about these prospects. Let me know if you think that, who do you think's better? Let me know if you think Teofimo's better, or let me know if you think Shakur Stevenson's better. My final verdict, when I just look at overall boxing skills and boxing ability, I'm going to say Shakur. You know, that's just what I think. Because Shakur ain't flat-footed either. You know, so that's what I like about him. You know. But Fuller signing out. Njau Rama.